That should be the go point, hopefully. Looks like it was. Cool. Gotta get music started. Seth's chasing carrot, like usual. Tweak all my audio levels so that things come out right. Okay, so I'm actually prep it all by final calipers or anything, because why would I? Be smart. Okay. That's not what this channel's about. That's where it puts everything. Oh, you know what? No, I only needed to measure. Yeah, that's more. I only needed to measure the case thing because I already had. I already had a model of the bit that goes here. Which I can just open up the master assembly. Oop, I already have this model because I think I had that from somewhere else. The ones that I need to check are this guy and this guy, which now calipers for. So. And critically, I'm worried about these little guys on the side here, because like those little tabs, those mounting tabs, can be kind of a pain. No, wait, that's inches. 39 millimeters, roughly, plus fit. Got a clearance, of course. And I just realized I didn't have the chat window up. Whoops. About. Cool. Chat window. Okay, what's it doing? Gonna go with this model. The DPS mock and make sure everything's okay. Curious how close I got. Oh, wow. 39 millimeters? Did I have calipers when I did this? It'd be weird. 71.46. I'm pretty sure that's not mirrored. Hey, yeah, it comes through straight in my stream, so it must come through straight out there. 72. 71.5. I find myself wondering just exactly how precise I need to be on some of this. This one I should take care of though. Like get the tab on there properly. 10.3. About a millimeter thick. With some arcing. Extruded boss. Top plane. Get myself a mirror line. Just kind of guess at this a little bit. Or wait, not vertical. What do they need to be? Oh yeah, they are vertical. Because they're already pretty good there. Okay. We start. Well, I know it's going to be a millimeter thick. What I'm really worried about is. Well, I kind of have to go underneath it, don't I? Because like those tabs are just a pain. They were molded in a funny way. Ugh. Blech. It's about 1.3 millimeters thick. That weird little tab on the edge there. God, it's such a weird shape too. And this is the gap that I have to actually design for. Is I have to design for this thing when it's compressed, which is 2.7 millimeters. Or wait, is it 2.7 underneath? No, it's 2.7 from the front. Okay, I cannot make this clearly just a flat shape. I have to kind of do this properly. Here I was hoping I could be lazy. Not. Linear. Let's see, how are all these lines confined? Not very well. Eccentric. 3. That's not quite right. This is about 1.9, or 0.9 rather. And this guy is more over here. I do not know why that's getting all funky. This isn't nearly quite so long. It's more like 4 millimeters. I'm sure somebody has a model of this case out here and I'm just needlessly replicating work, but you know what? Sometimes there's something to be said for needlessly. Oh, for. Okay. 12. Really likes to flip around. 14. 13. Aha. Culprit is that being too close and the way that it's adapting itself. Make it smaller. There we go. There's the panel gap we need to fit by just doing that. Just clamping straight down on it. 74.38. I think I can do automatically from the construction line over here. Yeah. Roughly 2 millimeter standoff here. Oops. And that gets jacked up. Okay. It's pressed in. It's. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna have to guess on that one, kind of. Maybe half a millimeter from the front. And this guy is just trying to figure out how far back and forth he is. It's about 2 millimeters back from the front. Some real jacked up things to make sure I can read everything. Looks good to me. Click, click, and mirror. They are, looks like roughly a centimeter wide. 12 millimeters wide. Close enough. Mid plane, 12. Cool, and it even merged them. So that distance right there, minimum distance, 2.4. You know, I think the actual one was it's a little more than that. Yeah, it was more like 2.6. So I should tweak this a little. .6, yeah, that's good enough. Here and say you need to be transparent. Yep, and I am totally whiffing dealing with those guys. So what I can do... How do I want to deal with this? It's good. Definitely going to be under the... hang on, where's the... Okay, cutout features. Extruded cut on... Oh, I hadn't cut anything else yet. Oh, yeah, by that point. That's kind of annoying. So we'll just do a quick slice so it can work. Extruded cut. And to go normal. Alright. So. Ooh, I should do this before the fillets, actually, so that I get a true center line on that sketch there. Exit sketch. Bring that up there. Okay. So we need some little rectangular cutouts. Horizontal. And they need to be... Well, actually, I can make them nominal at first. Let's say... Oh, they have to be less than the overlap. So they have to be less than... They have to be less than this edge. Which means it can be pretty narrow. Oh, wait, no they don't. No, because this will all be obscured. That's right. I'm silly. We'll say it's only maybe 4 millimeters then. Which is fine. It should be okay. Then we say, click this guy, and mirror. Hope that that's small enough. It is. Features, extruded cut. We say offset from surface, pick this guy, and say 2.5 actually is what it needs to be. Or even 2. Hang on. Yeah, 2.5 I think should be good. Cool. Now we've got little cutouts. And now we take the DPS cutout fillets, we can expand those to work these corners. Ooh, wait, that won't work. Hang on, one sec. I just realized I forgot to do the be careful thing, which is get rid of this, or hang on, and for normal. Select, delete, offset entities, give myself some clearance. 2 millimeters is probably plenty. Make the base construction, and then when I click in here, over here, mirror. Ooh, that's kind of wide, isn't it? Hang on. 1.5. Exit sketch. There we go. Now we definitely have clearance, and we can use the fillets to be... let's do internal to feature, even. Because that'll make that a nice little pockets in there. And now the power module, or something's throwing a fit now. What are you throwing a fit with, bud? Oh. Some faces not existing. How rude. Oh! It's because I didn't drag it forward. Roll to end. Save. Switch over. There we go. Okay. Works now. Yeah, SolidWorks doesn't, well, like to just conveniently forget that you need to roll things forward, or, I mean, I'm the one who's conveniently forgetting, but yeah, that looks good. We take a quick top slice, mid-plane. There we go. There's something that doesn't work. Ooh, I just realized doing this is not really the right way to do this. Hang on. I do need a cutout. I do need a secondary cutout there. Okay. That's good though. I can fix that. Turn the section back on so it doesn't blind me when I'm back. And extrude cut. Let's just go from this point because I'm going to cut all the way through. I'm just going to show the previous sketch too and convert. Here we go. Previous sketch. Convert. Use its construction. I could do this in one feature. I probably ought to do it in two. So I could instead slice down from the top and make a little L shape here, and then mirror that over. I think that's probably the cleaner way to do that. Because then it's one feature that says these are the tab cutouts. And it has the feature and profile then too. And we're at top view, it's a little right side around. Okay, let's do this the right way this time. Extruded cut, top plane. Point to midpoint and vertical and construction. I'm gonna use pierce constraints here because they're, oh, I don't actually know that that's at the midpoint of that. I should construct a new plane. I'll do this really quickly, but, yeah, hang on. Clone. This was 6 millimeters, I think, over. Maybe a little less than that, 5. And this has to be less than 4, so we'll go with maybe 2, because that needs to clear the... Ooh, no, hang on. It has a different dimension that it needs to constrain to. It needs to constrain across this to be not less than, but not considerably more than the clamped width, which is 74. So we'll go 74.5. And then this depth is the other thing that we need to set. He says, I'll do this quickly, and then realizes he needs to do it right. Whoops. 2.5. We'll do a little less than that, 2.4. Okay, now, extruded cut, midplane, 14 millimeters. Yeah, okay, that looks right. But, don't necessarily know. Oh, I guess that is in the midplane. That's not quite good enough, though. I don't like just assuming that that's going to be in the midplane, so I'm going to quickly add a midplane. Come down to this cut extrude and say, your sketch plane is now this plane. Midplane, and that connector is in the midplane of that, so that is fine. Hide that. These are the mounting tab cutouts. Oh, did I delete? I must have deleted the fillet feature at some point. Whoops. Okay, let's do internal to feature. Internal to feature. 0.6. It's probably fine. I don't remember what it was before. That might be too much, honestly. Maybe only 0.4. There just needs to be enough there for the printer to put just a little bit of stress relief in there. I'm not tremendously worried about this being overly stressed, but better safe than sorry. So now, go back to the master assembly. Yes, that looks good. Might tighten that up just a hair. 74.5. Ooh, hang on. No, don't edit the plane. Rather than dimensioning it this way as the total width across, I can dimension it as the compressed height of this guy, which makes a little bit more sense from a design perspective, since that's... I want it to be kind of as close as I can get it. So, hang on. Dig a hole in my hand doing this. .5. Hang on, is that right? Maybe I will stick with the overall width method instead. Oops. Needs to be on the far side of the construction line in order to be properly in order to be a proper like width dimension. 74.5. Good enough for me. Given that we have 71.5, that would give us a... Hang on. Is it 71.5 or 72? Oh, it is 72. I think I ever resized this DPS cutout. 30... What? Why is that... How is that dimension determined? Oh, wait, I forgot, because I set it up in this control sketch. That's right. 71.5. The whole thing got a little narrower, didn't it? Yeah. Huh, packaging constraints. Who'd have guessed? 47. I think that was right, based on the model. I'll still probably have to check it, but... Messages from coworkers. Oh, this fillet needs to go up here because he's the... That's the DPS fillet. And the DPS mounting tab cutouts. And then we'll package this all into one. DPS mounting features. If we go up to this, up above the splitting surface, and get a look at what it'll look like whole. Oh, hang on, I can't use any of the pins like this. This is just an ESP stabbed to the side. Hang on. Do I have a model of an ESP somewhere? Nope. Let's go download one. Screw it. ESP32 grab CAD. I'm sure no one's gonna have exactly the one that I need, but I had one hanging around. Clark doesn't remember what he has around. What up? This one's close enough. This guy. It is a D1 Mini. So I gotta find a Wemos. Oh, hey! Thank you, Amit, for having exactly the model that I need. Although, his is castellated. Mine's not. Or rather, his is not castellated. It doesn't have... I don't have an extra row of pins, so I don't know exactly what... Oh, wait, maybe that's pulled directly... We keep looking. Most D1. Oh, it's because that's an ESP32 and I have an 8266. Slightly different controllers. Is this 2 rows of pins? It is 2 rows of pins. Okay. So I have the 8266, which is the smaller one. Nuts. Most D1 Mini clone. Okay. Actually, maybe I could just search for ESP8266. Someone has to have done this before. I can't be the only one. My god, what if I am the only one? That would be very inconvenient. Well, I guess I could just catalog myself. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. God, I forgot how to just pull these things out of here. 16 little DuPont pins all at the same time. And a bent one. Whoops. That's probably why it was so hard to get in the first place. Okay. Okay. We've got... I mean, this thing is going to be just a couple of stacked rectangles, really. There's not a whole lot going on here. We'll start with... How do I want to orient this? Let's do kind of like that, I think, is roughly the orientation we're going for. So these are going to be on the front face. Yeah, I think, well, yeah, that's how I want mine to be oriented. So, rectangle, draw it out, chamfer tool, this one and this one. Ooh, what distance is that? So our 2mm chamfers, and the whole kit and caboodle is 25.8mm, which is astonishingly close to exactly an inch. So I think it's 25.4. Hang on, is this thing in inches? No, don't tell me it's in inches. This came from China, it should be in metric. Come on now. I think it's just weirdness of PCB construction and that they don't really have exact dimensions. Anyway, those are two. And they're all busted. Come on now. Okay, 25.7. And 34.16, which I'm going to interpret as 34.2. We've got a cutout, 7.3mm in length on the backside, another cutout back here, centered, for the micro USB. Trim tool, ignore trimming of construction, and actually, can I do that? Oh, no, I do have to keep them. .2, and width is something. .9. Did I say how long this, how deep this was? It's 2.1 by 7.1. Thickness. 1.2mm? I bet it's going to be 45 thou or 1.15mm. I'm just going to use millimeters. I do what I want. I'm going to make it midplane because it's got features on both sides. So it's would be kind of a pain, I think, to do. To just arbitrarily assign an origin somewhere. .4, 813. I'm gonna have to do this in inches. God. .914 inches. Or wait, no, hang on. .814 inches. I'll do it in millimeters. So otherwise I gotta enter it in inches and it'll still come back as millimeters and I'll be confused. located. 7.56 from the back. You know, I could probably go find Gerber files for this and like turn that into CAD. Okay. 20.21, 25.11. 25.11 millimeters. 22.66 millimeters is roughly the center distance. So I should probably poof these so that this can slide back and forth. Let's see, 22.66. Yeah, that tracks. They're a little bit inboard. It's important to get that right, too. I wonder if 20.66, that's something around in inches. It's almost exactly 0.9 inches, which makes sense because it's supposed to fit on a standard breadboard. And those are all 0.1 inch, I think, regular intervals. Height, 8.45. Okay, that's enough to, well, not quite, hang on. 16 by 24. Say, that's enough to do something, and the answer is that it's not. It's never quite enough. Oop. 24. 16. Draw myself a quick line to center everything. Extruded. Height is roughly 0.93. A little thinner. Interesting. And another one up here. .9 by 15. So we'll just do 12 by 15. Come on, where's your midpoint? Thank you. It's easier to measure than from the other end. 7.5. Height is 2 millimeters. Looks good to me. Lock ESP. Actually, we'll call it Mach D1. So now I can come over to the master part. Oop. Disable that. Insert Mach-Wemos. Okay, so this surface is intended to go here. Coincident? Yes. Where to put it? Over there for some reason. I'm gonna use... Hang on. I don't like this new tab style. It's kind of annoying, but oh well. Width. These seem to be pretty reliable for me. They can be a pain if you're not telling them to be centered, but oh, I wouldn't be able to get to the reset button. That is a bug discovered in testing. Or design, rather. Thought I found that. What's the distance between these? 0.465, 0.665. We'll just mate those together. Not good enough. It's kind of interesting mucking around with these different visualization settings to see if I can suss out preemptive problems that I'm going to have. Ooh, that's going to be really tight, isn't it? It might be too tight. And on top of that, I now know that I don't really have as much ridge there to work with as I was hoping. And my best bet is probably just a clamp on the bottom, because if you look at the bottom of these things, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Just like, you can't really grab onto these edges, you can't grab on any of this, but you can grab by here pretty cleanly. So I think maybe that's the move. No, phone what do? Oh, it's just complaining the battery's all full. Thanks, phone. Oh, pet keeper. Okay. There's almost no reason to have a wall there if I'm just gonna have the DC come. If the DC comes straight off that block, it is kind of amusing though, so I think I'm gonna leave it. And I need wires to come off the back of the ESP. I need to have available spots to put wires on the back of the ESP so I can do serial comms, but I don't know. Hang on. My autocomplete giving me away what I was Googling earlier. Oh, Ernst Zwindle, God. Reading this morning about, what was it even about? No, I got sucked into like a Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies, like Wikipedia hole, and then I got into a whole bunch of weird ufology stuff, and like this Holocaust denier guy who was Ernst Zwindle won a case against either the Canadian government or some guy in Canada for the right to lie in published media, like protected his right to free speech. It's, oh my god, it's so annoying. And of course it was a Holocaust denier that did that, and they still gave him, like, why are you making it okay for a guy to deny the Holocaust openly and loudly? It's very silly. Anyway, what was I doing? My god, I got distracted. Right, okay. Open DPS. ESP, communication. Loss. Okay, part 3. We gotta flash the whatever, do the thing. Okay, serial. The UART exposed. Okay. Oh, that only... You can't even power it through the... What? Okay, so you can't actually easily control this with an ESP. That's a pain and kind of stupid. I think what I'll do then is I'll figure out... Okay. Lumos D1 mini pinout. So I would have to have a separate onboard USB DC-DC for powering this thing, rather than powering from this stupid... Oh my god, that's dumb. Okay, hang on. But we have TX and RX. Oh god, they're near the bottom, which means I'd have to... Maybe I should just totally dispense with the idea of having an ESP in there. How bad does that break things if I go to the master part and tell it, just suppress all this. Nothing breaks. Awesome. Okay, that's good. I think the initial wall feature had some stuff that was like trying to figure out where the ESP wanted to go. And I was just like, yeah, put it there. That'll be fine. I may have to leave it at this. Just get rid of the ESP. Design it so that if I want to later, I can reprint the cover, the top plate, which is less material, with an interface of some kind, and just leave this space available. It's like, I definitely need this cut out, I definitely need this cut out, I definitely need those 2 holes and those 4 mounting holes in there. But I don't need... Here we go, pattern 1. Yeah, I don't need any of these in there. Or I do need those in there, but I don't necessarily need the ESP. So I could get away with just leaving it in the top skin. Then I don't have to think about it. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I wonder why I cut it down so low. Did I cut it down so low specifically because of the ESP? I think I did. That's silly. Should really aim for about the halfway point, I suspect. Ooh, no, wait, if I leave it longer, then it makes it easier to add ports later. Although there's still technically space up on the top to put ports in, so. But if I go for the middle, that gives me the maximum structural rigidity on both sides, which is what I'm looking for. And 30 is right at the midpoint, so I think I could call that okay. Oh boy. That's a weird looking surface. Yeah, I think that's good for now. Things are a little more squared away now. I still definitely have to... Well, maybe there isn't too much left that I have to do. Into the master model, I should probably, like, maybe even make up a drawing or do something silly like that. Press that. I'm gonna suppress the Wemos because think about it, deal with that later. And if I came up with a way to hold it by just inserting it into the side here, then I could have all of the sockets facing downward, which would be nice. Yeah. Alright, well, that's most of what I wanted to think about today was, you know, keep wrapping tiny things up where I find them. Plus, I have some friends I want to go fly kites with in a little bit, so that should be nice. Thank you to everyone who came and watched briefly. It was a pleasure. If you have any questions or want to model something, of course, always feel free to email me or ask, or I guess your husband and have him relay it to me. Yeah, I think that's all I've got. Have a nice, well, I'm recording this on a Saturday, but it could be any day of the week where you are. Have a nice whatever day of the week it is where you are. Boink!